So it's that time of year again for Spotify Wrapped, where fans are going to get a whole bunch of data for their listening habits throughout the year, and artists are going to get a whole bunch of data for how their fans have consumed their music throughout the year. Now, there are some things you need to do, and in this video I'm going to show you what you need to do as an artist to prepare for Spotify Wrapped. So firstly, I'm going to link this down below, at least hopefully if I remember. I tend to forget these things. But this article, you can find it online. You've probably seen it in your Spotify for Artists. Things you need to do for Spotify Wrapped. Now, the number one thing you need to do is to record a clip. Hello? Oh. I see. All right. Well, apparently most of you are fucked because most of you won't have access for clips, myself included. Let me show you something. You take a little trip off the beaten path and go to Spotify here. If I go in here to this little video icon on the side, you're going to see that I have access to clips, which is great. I can go in here and I can click upload. I can choose a song and upload it. Fracture. I can go in here and I can upload my clip for Wrapped, and that's amazing. This is really cool. I didn't even know that I had access to this inside of Spotify for Artists, and I basically live and breathe Spotify for Artists. The problem is almost nobody has this, right? When I go to one of my actual music projects that I'm active in, this is all I see, canvases, and I can upload a canvas, and I cannot upload a Wrapped clip. And I've gone through maybe 50 artists that I have access to. I have access to maybe 400 artists on Spotify for Artists. Some of which have the biggest I have access to is like 1.2 million monthly listeners. Actually, I do have access to some that are like way bigger than that. But but either way, the point is, I think one of the artists I have access to with 1.2 million has clips. There's an artist with 400K that doesn't. And basically no one else does. There's only a handful of two. I don't understand why this random little side project of mine that I don't upload music to, that I basically just created as a container to store all the stuff that doesn't fit on my actual music projects that I'm doing like commercially, to have it be like an artist project. I don't know why, but that's the reality of it. Almost nobody has access to clips, and in previous years, this was actually great. You could upload a clip to Spotify, and then they would show it to all of your fans in their Spotify Wrapped. Unfortunately, for the vast majority of you, you can't. You have no way to interact with your fans, which Spotify, if you're watching this, we have kind of a mixed relationship in terms of me saying good things and bad things about you, but please, it was great the way it was in previous years where any artist could do it. So I would either love it next year, give it back to everyone, or two, roll out clips faster, because I know people who have had clips for like a year, and the vast majority of smaller artists, basically artists less than 1 million monthly listeners, do not have clips, and it really bums me out. Now, there are things that you can do even if you don't have access to clips. So one, if you do have access to clips, go on Spotify Artists, click the little video icon thing, go here and record your video. It has to be like a talking to the camera, TikTok style video. It can't be like a promo thing. You can't be singing in it. You have to be talking. There can't be text, yada, yada, yada. And you generally are going to do one of these 3 categories. Reveal what song you love performing this year, drop the real meaning behind a song, and tell a story about writing a song. So go do it if you can. If you don't do it, voice your complaints to Spotify like I'm doing with this video. Now, there are some things you can do though, right? You can make your artist profile pop. And essentially that means going in and updating your branding, your bio, your artist pick, your artist playlist, going in and the things it says here. Publish merch to your profile if you have a Shopify store. Create fan support links if you want to allow people to donate money to you. And then this is the thing that it's saying about the artist pick. So the next thing you want to consider is promoting your upcoming shows. Spotify did a really good thing last year where they allowed Bandcamp to integrate with Spotify for Artists. So that meant that if you were an artist and you were playing shows, you could actually link all of your shows on your page. And this is genuinely great. A lot of people don't talk about this, but I have found out so many of my favorite bands were coming into town that 2024 is one of the... I've gone to more shows in 2024 than almost any previous year, and a lot of it's because of Spotify. When you open up the Spotify app on your phone, there's sometimes, I don't know how they decide when to do it, but sometimes there's a section that says, hey, this artist you like is coming to you in a couple months. And that's allowed me to see so many shows that I would have otherwise missed, that for artists that I was really excited to go see. So brilliant feature. If you play shows and well, I was going to say if you had a Bands in Town account, but anyone can set up a Bands in Town account. It's one of the best things about Bands in Town. Previously, it was closed to just like major ticket providers, but now you basically just go in and set up all your shows and link all your shows on your Spotify page, and it genuinely does help. I've bought multiple tickets to shows through the Spotify thing, so I know for a fact it works. Now, if you are a big enough artist to have countdown pages, I would also recommend setting up some of those if it lines up with your release schedule, because when fans are getting their Spotify Wrapped, and by the way, that usually comes around November 30th. I would guess this year would be November 29th, because 2 years ago was December 1st. Last year was November 30th, so I'm thinking they're kind of nudging back a day every year, but we'll see. But when fans get it, if you're one of their most listened to artists, which you will have a good amount of people that are, they are going to be encouraged to go stream your music and go check out your stuff, right? So if you have a countdown page, it's just another way for people to come and see you again and take an action, right? If they see you pop up in that list and they see you have a countdown page, they might go pre-save that release. They might go to your page and consume more music. Just another way to do it. So if you have access to Countdown, which if you want to learn more about countdown pages and how they work, why they're cool, check that out right there. And that's about it. So unfortunately, the clips feature, which was arguably the coolest part about this, having the only time of the whole year you could just directly talk to your fans on Spotify, is very much being gatekept. The rest of this stuff is what you can do, and you don't have that long to do it. You have until November 16th, and let me check the date. Today, I'm filming this, it's the 11th. I'm probably uploading this the 12th. So you basically have this week. So go do that stuff if you can, or do whatever you can do if you can. And yeah, it's going to be Spotify Wrapped at the end of the month, and I'll be doing another video going through my Spotify Wrapped as an artist, and my Spotify Wrapped as a listener probably, just in case anyone's interested in that. But subscribe if you want to see that stuff. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn how to promote your music on Spotify, check out this video right here to see my favorite method of promoting my music. And if you want to see what YouTube thinks you should watch, check out this video right here. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.